Music can fill a space physically, or it can occupy an emotional space. It can trigger memories. I love the idea of being taken out of yourself and transported somewhere else. And if I can capture that and pull that off, then my job is done. My name is George Apsion, and I'm a producer, engineer and composer based in West London. Growing up, I was very into my rock music, so bands like Black Sabbath, Kyuss and the Deftones. But I also really enjoyed more ambient experimental stuff, bands like Anathema, Mogwai and The Cure. And again, that's still stuff that comes up a lot in my composing. Towards the end of the 90s, I decided that what I really wanted to do was work in a studio. So I put pen to paper and I wrote to all the studios in London. And I was lucky enough to be offered a job as a runner. I think the first session that I sat in on properly was Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. And after that I got to work on an Elvis Costello session and with artists like Motorhead. So really it was an amazing start and a great opportunity to learn from some incredible people. And then about 11 years ago I set up my own studio, Core, which is where we are today. I think one of the reasons people like to work with me is that I'm fast. I like to keep things kind of moving. I don't waste time. And if something's getting stale or something's not feeling good, or the mood's just not there in the studio, it's kind of changing things, moving on to something new, taking a break, whatever it is that kind of keeps the energy moving forward. One day I can be in the studio with a band like British Sea Power. The next week I could be doing a swing record with Ray Gelato. I've worked with more kind of modern contemporary pop producers on artists like Ronan Keating, Paloma Faith. So it's kind of always something different. Recording wise, I've got a real thing for weird old esoteric equipment, and I love kind of taking those kind of lo-fi sounds and mixing that in with cleaner, slicker productions. And I think it's really cool when a microphone or something has a history, a story to it. Like for example, we got a pair of mics that were used on Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield. And if you're working with an artist and you kind of let them know that, when they're about to sing into it, it makes it fun, gives it some story, gives like some provenance to what they're doing. And this idea of equipment that has history and we're kind of adding to that history and building on it is really cool. To me, the most important thing about working in the studio is the song at the end of the day. All the equipment and what I do and what I say is not important. It's as long as the song gets the best possible chance and ends up being as good as it can be. When I'm working with an artist, the most important thing is that they feel comfortable in the space, comfortable with their headphones, comfortable with what we're trying to achieve. And I never really try and overimpose myself on what they're doing. I'm not really about putting my mark or my stamp on what it is. I'm just there to facilitate and help them get the very best out of their song and give the song the best possible chance.